Hello again, all of you beautiful, beautiful weebs. Today's video is going to be about an anime that I finished a couple weeks back, but have never gotten around to reviewing for some strange reason. But that anime is Nagi no Asakura, or A Lull in the Sea. Now, if you don't know what this anime is, I'll give you a little rundown from myanimelist.com, or .net rather. Long ago, all humans lived beneath the sea. However, some people preferred the surface and abandoned living underwater permanently. As a consequence, they were stripped of their God-given protection called Ena, spelled E-N-A, which allowed them to breathe underwater. Over time, the rift between the denizens of the sea and the surface winded, although contact between the two peoples still existed. So, the whole concept, I don't know if you would consider it to be an isekai, because it's technically not really an isekai anime. It's just you have these two groups of people. One lives under the ocean, and the other lives on the sea. Or one lives on the land, rather. And it is just an absolutely beautiful, beautiful anime. The artwork is like breathtaking. The concept is like none other that I've ever seen before. The story is absolutely beautiful, and it's amazing. I couldn't stop watching it, but I also couldn't watch the final few episodes because the story is just so gripping, and so it pulls you in, and you don't think that it's gonna be one of those anime that will do that, but you develop such a connection with the characters throughout the episodes that by the time the final 2 or 3 episodes roll around, you don't want to finish watching the show. There is sort of a 5-year time skip between the beginning half and the final half of the show. I want to say there were 26 episodes. Alright. So between the first 13 episodes and the last 13 episodes, there's a bit of a time skip of about 5 years, because I don't want to spoil too much of the show, but there is a time skip, but it's sort of explained to a point where it's very understandable as to why it happened and how it happened. And it's like you can still tell that the characters are supposed to be who they are, but some of the characters, I think there's like four main characters in the show that we know from the very first episode, and one of them decides to stay on land because there's this celebration that happens, and everyone underwater has to go hibernate for a certain reason. And one of the main characters decides to stay on land for this event, while the others reluctantly go underwater and hibernate. I'm not going to get into too much detail as to why it happened. You just kind of have to watch the show for yourself if you haven't seen it. But during that time, 5 years pass before anyone from the underwater town or village wakes up. So there is that time skip, but it does sort of explain it in a way as to not be super confusing. Again, the artwork is absolutely beautiful. The concept, again, is like nothing I've ever seen in any anime before, and completely original concept, I think. As far as I know, my anime expertise doesn't really go that far. I haven't really seen that many animes or that many anime series as of yet. The score on my anime list is roughly 8.04, scored by 208,000 people. So it's ranked 499th, which I think is a little low, but again, only 209,000 people have seen it. So it's definitely underrated, in my opinion. I definitely think more people should watch the show and at least give it a shot, because it's definitely one of those shows that you kind of get sucked into, and it kind of just doesn't let you get away, and it just sort of, again, it just like drags you in, and you get kind of attached to these characters. And when the final episodes roll around, you're like, I don't want this to end, because this is a good show. And at least I thought it was a good show. At least I don't, I know anime and art is subjective, but I definitely think this is a close to a 9 out of 10 for me. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you whenever the next time I decide to upload is. So until then, peace. Something bang bang, something bang 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 bang, something bang bang.